Hello, welcome to the BCC Redemption Teams. Basically, gonna be looking at some teams that I think should come back and compete again to win. All these teams are like redemption teams, so they've all lost. All of these teams has either gotten third or has lost dodgeball. I think there's one specific team that got fourth. So yeah, let's start looking at the teams. So team one, Plush 33, Grape, Self, Arush. This was a pretty fun team. It was the first team. This team happened the first canon event of season 2. We got third. At the time, Grape didn't know anything about BCC. This is my first event, my lowest scoring event. I think it might have been Arush's lowest scoring event. Could be wrong. I don't know. It's just the first event. I think we are definitely one of the weaker teams. Definitely not the strongest team out there. Just because it's plush on doesn't make it strong. I mean, you may never know. We had a pretty good SG. It's just to get to the other side, no one counted their team bonus. Before, to get to the side was auto scored. No one counted their team bonuses, and because of that, we were the only team. Because of that, we just didn't count team bonuses, and we missed dodgeball. Next team. This team's this team. I like the strongest team. Zig, Till, Renee, Tua. This team I'm just gonna say this alright. This team's probably the strongest team. I know Renee has gotten better at the game, way better. He's a PC player. This team lost because of unluckiness. I think Renee disconnected in some of the last few games. Halfway through the event, Till had to play on mobile. And he almost came top 10. Tua and Zig were 2 and Zig. They were doing the normal things. It's just half the team. They just got unlucky in a really unbalanced event. I mean, if this team somehow does not make dodgeball again, I would be surprised. Next team, BCC. This is the BCC 17 Yellow Yaks, but because of Arush is already on the team, instead of Arush, I put Banana. I put Banana on this team. It's hey, full season 1 team. Why not? I think Banana is worse than Arush, but I don't think it's by that much. You never know. This team made it to dodgeball and actually lost. I don't know. I think putting Banana on a team definitely does not help, but you may never know. Pickle actually had it BCC 20. Pickle got first. I don't think Smager did that good in that event. Still, Shadow Prison came top 10. Their first event. Banana hasn't had the last few events of Banana play. I don't think it's had the best performance, but you may never know. This team could surprisingly do well. Yeah. Next team, the BCC 14 Green Geckos. So we're making them Lime Llamas. Oh yeah, I forgot to say this team was Blue Bats. BCC 14. This team was Orange Ocelots. This team was stayed the same. Yeah. Green Geckos. I put them online because there's another green team. This team, there's a reason why P's on this team. So, this team didn't actually have a good they had a good event. They just didn't have a good time playing the event because of Rat. So instead of putting Rat on the team, I put someone that's actually good at dodgeball. P. I think that does make the team weaker by a lot. But GG has gone to dodgeball with a weak team before. And I think this team, and Rose pretty good at dodgeball. This team has a good shot of winning. Crystal isn't the worst. Actually, Crystal's really good. So is P. Last time P played, he actually got the highest scoring on this team. And GG and Rose are GG and Rose. So this team has a good shot. I think BCC Rising Green Geckos. This team was an absolute dominant team. They did good in every single game. They just did amazing. The problem is they kind of folded a bit in dodgeball, but it's not their fault. They were not used to like the new. They were not used to it. They didn't know it was the old dodge. Actually, did they know? No, they didn't know it was the old dodgeball. They didn't know it was the old dodgeball, but. And it was really laggy because the finger phones just lag out the server. Oh my god. And yeah, so it's dark. It's dark, Melon, me, Andy, Ice King. I think this team might have a good shot. They had a really good SG. Dark dropped an 8-kill game in SG. He got 8 out of the 10 kills on the team. I mean, if this team was like a late SG game, this team would do pretty well. This team's also really good at movement, I think, in terms of like to get the other side and maybe hole in the wall. Actually, I think hole in the wall is a pretty weak game for like MCC players. I know this team would probably. I don't know if this team would actually do that bad in a week in like a regular week, because I remember we made a joke about it in the admin stream. Finally, this team, the BCC 15 Blue Bats. Not BCC 15, BCC 17 Blue Bats. This team was predicted easily dodgeballed, but they got fourth. I think Def Flare was predicted top 5 and Nake wasn't predicted that high in the top 10. But what ended up happening is Nake got 5th and Def got 6th. So it's kind of funny about that. This team just, I think Troll also got 12th, Sub got 20th. This team didn't do as good as they were predicted, but they still did pretty good, I guess. They just barely missed dodgeball. To be fair, BCC 17 was like the lowest scoring event because of like it's kind of scuffed. But yeah, this was like one of the most requested teams to come back because everyone on the team just had a fun time playing. I don't know necessarily Def would play again. I remember like last time Def played was didn't have like the best time. Yeah, that's all. Well, I'm not gonna say that's all the teams. So like we had like a few. I had like a few teams left over. So BCC Aqua, Rising Stars. This I put this team here because on paper this is actually like this is a pretty cracked team. It's B, Panda, So, and TZ. I know like B's really good at World PvP. Panda's a Hive Sweat. So it's also really good at World PvP. He got first in Mount Minigame. He got first and second individually in like the last Mount Minigames he played. TZ, I think got like 5th or 3rd or whatever. He got 3rd in MCBC. I don't know. This should be like the best. This team I think has like, in terms of nerfs, like the best nerf, or like the best play. I think next to like Sub or something, this team has like the best like nerf. Like their weakest players aren't that weak compared to like all the other players. Actually, some of their best players might even be better than some of the worst players on this team. Might be better than some of the worst players on the other team. Next, finally not last, the BCC 18 Blue Bats. Even though Def was already on the team, I put Numberlake in. I don't know, I just kind of felt like Numberlake would have fit naturally on this team. This team, dear God, would be a crazy team. Potato and Carter, and like Numberlake, Jesus, and Pegas. I think this team might be the weakest team. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think this team is the weakest team. But this team would be the type of team to like purposely throw for the like fun of it, just for the fun of it. Like, you know, it'd be like they'd be trying not to get last, even though they might get last. And yeah, I think I'm gonna be real with you. This team's not getting the dodgeball, but it would be an absolute funny team. And I think that's all of the teams. If there's any other teams you had, there were like some other teams. Like I think I will say Def Flare was originally supposed to be on this team, and every other single person was supposed to be like Def and Nake with each. Troll, Nake was originally supposed to be on this team for like BCC 17, and Troll was, I don't actually know. I don't think Troll was originally on here, and neither was Sub, which is the reason why I wanted to have them on here. And like, I was really debating on who I should put on for line. I just decided to put P on there because, like, you know, Mobile Boys. And there were some other players that never got a chance. I know Fake and Burgers, Fake and Burgers, they could not be in here because of both of their teams are either OP or had other players on it, and I wanted at least one sub per team. I mean, I wanted at least one person like taking in place for another person's team, and like half of their gingerbread team is already on here. So yeah, I think that's all the players I had in mind. I don't think I had like any extra players. I think Fake at one point was supposed to be on yellow. Fake at one point was originally going to be on yellow. As well, Fake not Fake Morale, Fake No Flame. I think at one point I wanted Fake No Flame to be on teams and Fake No Flame to be on a singular team. But I don't know where to put him. Yeah, I think that's it. And yeah, that's all the teams.